The next tax system that we're going to talk about is a voluntary tax. And now you might think that is completely absurd because if taxes were voluntary, nobody would pay them. But as we saw in the bottom-up tax system, there are a couple of creative ways to make taxes voluntary, yet still attract a good amount of tax revenue. The number one way is to itemize the services or many of the services that people are using or plan to use in the future and allow people to opt in or opt out of just those systems. Something like Social Security is a great example because many young people would decide, hey, I don't want to participate in this because I would rather save for myself, invest for myself, and not rely on the government someday. So I'm going to opt out of this. I won't pay in and I'll never collect a check in my life. You could do the same thing with systems like Medicare, Medicaid. You could even do that with education. And if somebody decides to opt out of paying their education portion of the taxes, then they can never take advantage of any publicly funded educational facility. This would have the impact of creating some sort of competition in those services so that they would have to do at least as good or in some cases better than the free market alternative that those people would be paying for anyway. In other words, if a government program wanted to continue to receive its tax funding from a voluntary tax base, then the product that they're providing would have to be better than the alternative given the cost.